Hey angels, TouchedByTyHairCo here. Make sure you head on over to Instagram at TouchedByTyHairCo and book your next glam or hair appointment with me. I'll be there waiting on you. Now let's get into this video. I'm happy you came back. See you in a second. Hi angels, how you doing? Welcome back to TouchedByTyHairCo. Y'all ask for it, so y'all get it. My angels ask for it, they get it. My angels ask for it, they get it. Okay, angels, so let's go ahead and get into today's little request. This is a client request, not a client request. Y'all, I'm all over the place. Let me bring y'all up a little bit more. Okay, so not a client request. This is a angel requested video. So about a few months ago, I'm gonna say maybe about 5 months ago, I did a what's in my kit video. So this is the thing. Since then, I've been posting a lot of content. I've gotten a lot better. People, my angels, okay, my subscribers, my followers, my supporters, you guys are seeing my growth. So now you want to know what's in my kit. Let me be honest with you. It's technique. It's all about technique. I wanted to start off this video making sure that I gave you guys good advice, okay? You have to invest in yourself. If there are not certain techniques that you know or techniques that you want to learn, you have to invest in it. Invest means you can invest time, you can invest money, okay? Just pour into your skill. Do whatever is necessary to make yourself better. Practice will make you better, okay? I cannot do makeup on myself at all. Like, I can give myself maybe a cute little naked beat, single shadow, that's it. But, you know, a lot of artists can, like, really cut their own crease and do their own graphic liner. Like, y'all, I cannot do that to myself. If you've been following me, right, you know I can't freehand a liner, right? Or I can't freehand a wing. So there are a lot of different things that I do to just practice my hand. Practice. So investing, like I said, time, money, tools. Tools are another huge investment, okay? Product, that's an investment. So just building your brand, building yourself, building your kit. These are all steps to making yourself better. Okay, because as you go on, you're going to build. My kit hasn't changed drastically, okay? I'm going to do this video step by step, okay, because the other two were kind of long, drawn out. I feel like this will break things down a little bit better, especially with product knowledge. So I'm going to give you guys what I use. This is free game. I'm not holding anything back. I'm giving you really what I use to achieve the looks that you've seen me achieve. The only thing that has gotten better with me is my technique, okay? So let's get into the video, all right? So tonight we are going to be doing, well, in this video, we are going to be doing face, okay? Face. So we're going to be talking about foundations, concealers, powders, primers, okay? And I'm gonna give you guys the ones that I use, okay? So we're talking face. Foundations, concealers, primers, powders, okay? This is my face case, okay? I'm not doing eyes tonight, just face. Okay, this is my face case. All right. Let's start by talking primer. Okay. So when you start the face or you start to work on your client's skin, you always want to use proper skin prep. Okay. I don't listen. Even my favorite makeup artists use skin prep. Okay. If you see a makeup artist out here not using skin prep, that's not right. You want to protect your client's skin. It doesn't matter if the skin is oily, combination, or dry. You want to use proper prepping products. So, proper prepping products. They going this like for real. So, as I was saying, you want to ensure that you're using proper prepping products, okay? Try to say that fast. Ooh, proper prepping products on your client's skin. It doesn't matter what type of skin they have. Now, this is what comes in. There are prepping products for each type of skin. The client's face has to be cleaned. To clean the face, I didn't bring that up here either, but I'm going to insert it in a picture right here. To clean the face, I use micellar water. Shut up! I use micellar water. It's a really good product. It's good for all skin types, okay? It's not drying. It's not going to burn the skin. It's not going to irritate the skin. This is really a really good product for all skin types. And that's what you kind of want to lean towards, okay? Then once you clean the skin, you want to moisturize the skin. Even if the client has oily skin, you want to moisturize the skin. For an oilier skin type, you can use a oil-free moisturizer. Sensitive skin type, use a sensitive moisturizer. For a dry skin type, use something that's extremely moisturizing, okay? So a good product for all skin types is Pond's moisturizer. Or what's the Walmart brand? Equate or Equate or whatever it's called. That's a good moisturizer for all skin types. It's going to give you good balance in the skin, good skin pH once you clean the skin, and then you're going to restore that moisturizer. Another good product to clean the skin with is astringent, okay? You can find this is if the client is oily. You have Sea Breeze, which is a company that makes skincare products. Their astringent is really, really good. I use it for my oily girls. I don't use it too much for clients that are already dry, because that's what the astringent does. It takes all the oil out of the skin. It cleanses the skin. And that's a really good astringent to use for combo to oily skin. But you can't go wrong with micellar water, and you just can't go wrong with Pond's, okay? They're really, really good. Moving right along to primers. There are tons of primers, okay? 1 million of them. I'm telling you, it's a lot of primers. For a beginner kit, just make sure you have a moisturizing primer. You can have a mattifying primer. You can have a pore minimizing primer, okay? So I will just share with you what I have in my kits. For moisturizing primer, this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is a moisturizing primer, okay? And I need to buy some more. It is my favorite primer right now. This is my go-to. This is economical. Everything in my kits is affordable. Everything, okay? Nothing in my kit costs over $50. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Over $40. I don't even think I have anything in here over 40. 30, maybe a palette or two, my palettes, and I try to get them on sale, and that's no shade. I don't want to pay over $30 for anything. So very economical. This is the dupe to the Milk Primer. I have not tried Milk. I keep saying I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get Milk and the Laura Mercier setting powder. I will come back to you guys and let you know how I like those. I don't have those in my kit. And that's good because a lot of people use Milk and Laura Mercier. So that also shows you the technique is everything. But anyway, e.l.f., this is my go-to, okay? This is a good moisturizing primer. Honestly, I use it on all skin types. This primer grabs the makeup beautifully, okay? It gives skin. I don't know what it is about this, but e.l.f., y'all did that with this, okay? If you have the Milk primer, leave it in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about it, okay? So you may or may not know that I am a really big Nika K girl, okay? Nika K is a cosmetic company. It's out of New York. If you don't know, ask somebody. It's probably in your local beauty supply / hair store, okay? When I say beauty supply store, I be talking about hair store, okay? I'm from the city, and we call our hair stores beauty supply stores. You know, the ones that the Asians own with all the stuff in it? Yeah, that's beauty supply, hair store, same thing. So this is a hydrating and moisturizing primer as well. It's the 24 karat gold Nika K face primer. I like this product. I use this product on my dry skin angels, okay, because it's extremely moisturizing. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna say it's wet, but it is. It's wet. It's gonna give you that moisture that you need, and this has to be blended in. Okay, you can't just like dab this on the face. This has to be blended in. You can't even brush. I have a primer brush that I use, a Real Technique primer brush to apply primer. The skin just loves this. This, it will sit on top of the skin. You're gonna have to take a blending brush or a foundation brush and blend this into the skin. However, the makeup sits well on top of it, okay? This is my Blur and Smooth primer. So this is for pores, okay? This is a more mattifying primer. If the client has an oily skin, this is good, or huge pores. This is the same thing. This is Blur. So they're pretty much, this is a pore minimizer, and this is just gonna leave your skin a little bit, let's say textured. I'm gonna say this is more for textured skin, and this is more for pore minimizing. So I have big pores, and I have texture, right? So I would use these together to achieve a really good base if I didn't have this. Sometimes I use all three. If I have a not so good breakout and I really want to protect my skin, then I'll use all three, okay? So those are the primers that I use. Moving right along. Priming, let's get into foundation. Okay, let's talk about foundations. Now, I'm gonna talk about what I see a lot of people use, and I'm gonna talk about what I use. So right now, extremely popular is the NARS Full Coverage Foundation. I see all my melanated queens using that, right? I even see Caucasian or fair-skinned clientele type makeup artists use this NARS as well. I have not used NARS, okay? NARS is a little bit more than, what I want to pay for. I'm going to get some NARS, okay? I'm going to get it because some girls have been asking me to get it. I'm going to purchase some NARS. That's on my list as well, along with that Milk primer and the Laura Mercier setting powder. However, I use a good dupe to NARS, okay? I'm going to get into that in a second. Another thing that I've been seeing a lot of people use is the e.l.f. Halo Foundation. I can't find it. Everywhere I go to get it, I cannot find it. I've heard amazing things about it. That is an affordable product, and I really want to get it. So I see a lot of people using those right now. Those seem to be the hot topics, the hot picks. So, you know, I'm just saying, that's what I see people using. However, I use some really good dupes to those. e.l.f., you can't get a dupe, okay? e.l.f. makes amazing products. I love all e.l.f. products. Get their products. However, when we talk about full coverage foundation, right now NARS is popping. I use a good dupe to that, okay? I use the Nika K Full Coverage Foundation, all right? And this is what that foundation looks like. This is the type of, I tried to find a bottle that ain't too beat up, but honey, I didn't use all of them. Okay, this might be better. This is the Nika K Perfect Liquid Foundation, Full Coverage, Natural Matte Finish Foundation, okay? This is in one of their darkest shades. I believe this might be the darkest shade, Truffle. This foundation comes in about 14 to 15 shades. And it is everything, okay? That's all I could say. Every face that you've seen me do, this is the foundation that I have used. It's either this, okay, which is my, hold on, y'all, okay. It's either this or this, okay? The Maybelline Full Coverage Super Stay, which they don't even make this anymore, okay? They remade it. I want to say they remade it. They don't make this bottle anymore. They don't make that 24-hour. I think now it says like 30-hour coverage. I haven't used it. I have quite a bit of these. This is what I first put in my kit, my very first foundation. And I have all the shades of these. So I'm either using, again, this. Y'all ready for the other one? This. All right. The L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Now, let me tell you the difference with these. These are all affordable products, okay? They're all affordable. Now, this is, I'm not going to say light. I'm going to say medium coverage, okay? This is not full coverage, okay? So if you have a client that has beautiful skin and they want a very natural look, this is where you want to go. Okay, I have this in every color too. This is buildable. This can be built to a full coverage. Okay, you can build this to a full coverage. I absolutely love it. It's very moisturizing. It is not a matte finish. It is not a matte finish. You're going to have to mattify the skin with your setting powders, with your pressed powders with this, okay? It's not a matte finish, okay? This full coverage, okay? Buildable full coverage. Is this mattifying? It leaves it's a matte. I would say it's a matte finish. I would say that this is a matte finish. It is. This is going to be a matte finish. Yes. But you have to set. Well, you have to set any foundation, okay? But this is a matte finish. Yeah. It's not dewy. I would say it's in between dewy and matte. It says that it's a matte finish. It's not as mattifying as this, okay? It's not as mattifying as this. But it is a matte to dewy finish, okay? Now, this baby here is the creme de la creme, okay? This is full coverage. I'm talking about one swipe full coverage, one layer, okay? You ain't got to double back, no, ma'am. This is one swipe, full coverage, okay? And it's matte. It's very mattifying. Listen, I'm gonna try NARS. NARS is $50 a bottle, y'all. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna buy one bottle and I'm gonna see if it's worth making the switch, because this dupe here, I'm telling y'all, get y'all some Nika K. You will not be disappointed. Now, with me saying this, Nika K's color variety, their shades, are for more melanated skin tones, okay? Their lightest shade is a 1. Let me get that for y'all so y'all can see what it looked like. I got, okay. So this is the lightest shade. This is their 1. Okay, you can't really see it in the bottle. So I don't know if you can see it here. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. I'm not sure if Nika K is black owned. I would say that it's black owned because, or I would think, because their products just really are made for melanated skin. So that's their fairest shade, okay? In Nika K, I wear a 5, all right? I'm a 5. So, and that color is honey. So that's what I wear. But that's their fairest shade, okay? So if you're looking for fair shades, like real fair, you're not gonna find it. If you're looking for melanated shades, you know, then Nika K is where you wanna go. And I think that that's where maybe NARS and Nika K will differ. You're gonna have a better or more variety of a shade selection. So this right here is Fair Porcelain. This is the lightest shade in the Maybelline. So yeah, this is the new bottle. So y'all know I got some of the new bottles in here. So this is the old marketing, and this was the remake. Okay. So this is the old bottle, new bottle. Same product though. This was the remake. So this is the lightest shade, I believe, in the Maybelline Superstay. The Fair Porcelain. They might have one above this. Okay, so if you're looking for fair, Nika K not gonna give you what you want. I'm sorry, y'all. This is... Oh. Okay, there go the pump. The pump working today. I'm like, the pump wasn't working. It wasn't pumping. The pump was a pumping. Okay. And this is, like I said, full coverage. And that's the Fair Porcelain. So if you want to go any higher than this, you're going to have to get another brand. Okay. Nika K, that's their fairest. And this is the Maybelline Superstay, their lightest shade. Okay. So I hope that gives you guys an idea of as far as shades. And that this is the, you see the coverage, like, and I only did a little swipe. This isn't even a proper swatch. And then I'm going to also show you guys the Infallible and what that looks like. Okay. So like I said, this is, whoa, this is a big, I put way too much on my hand. So this might give a full coverage finish. Okay, so I swatched a lot of this on me. Okay, way too much. But this is 500 in the Infallible wear. Okay, right there. So, and this is not, it may look full coverage right here. I accidentally pumped way too much on my hand. Like I said, it is buildable, but when it goes on, it's not a full coverage. I promise it's not. It just looks like that because I used a lot. Let me see if I can get a more true swatch for you guys. It's giving full coverage though. It's giving full coverage on my hand. It's giving full coverage on my hand. But when you put it on that skin, it's not. So yeah. So that's what I use for foundations, okay? So let me show you the brands that I use again. These are the only 3 foundations that I use, ladies. In all of my tutorials, I'm using one of these 3 foundations, okay? One of these 3 brands. I haven't used anything else, and they're all affordable, okay? Moving right along to concealers, all right? So when we talk about concealers, I use a few brands. I'm just randomly pulling this out No particular order, okay? I'm just pulling it out to talk about brands. So for concealers, a lot of things are popping. Oh, I got some e.l.f. too. I'm tripping. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. e.l.f. So yeah, for concealers, hold on, because I'm lying. I got a little bit. So for concealers, right? For brands, because I have different shades of these, but these are the brand concealers that I use, okay? This is my go-to concealer. Nika K Full Coverage Concealer. It is a matte finish. It is super coverage. It's full coverage. And it's just a really good multi-use. I cut a crease with this. I use it as an eyeshadow base. I use it to brighten. Anything that you need a concealer for, I use it to color correct. I use it for everything. Everything. Y'all know, listen, y'all tag Nika K in this. They should endorse me because all this stuff, it's ridiculous how much stuff it is I have. But anywho, that's one concealer I use. e.l.f. concealers. I use the Camo and the Moisturized Hydrating Concealers. I use them both. I have both in my kit. I have several shades, okay? Both in my kit, several shades. Camo is matte finish, okay? Hydrating is not. So you gotta make sure that you understand products and what you should use them for and not what you shouldn't use them for, okay? Camo concealer, fast drying, perfect for cutting a crease, perfect for if you have someone with a extremely oily T-zone and they want to stop that, Camo is going to be it, okay? And then you have hydrating. Hydrating is really good for highlighting. If the client has really dry skin, then you're going to want to use a hydrating concealer, okay? Okay, another go-to. All right, the LA Girl Pro Conceal, okay? I have these in every shade. Their color correctors are really good, okay? I use this for everything. I use it for everything. I do not use this to cut a crease. Cutting a crease, I do not use these. However, color correct, if I need to conceal under the eye, the shade range of these are really, really good, from super, super fair to super, super deep. Love this. Nika K. Okay, this and this are kind of along the same. Okay, they run along the same. Use them for everything. I do not use it to cut a crease. However, I use it for everything else. To color correct, to highlight, to contour, I use these. CoverGirl True Blend. Okay, this concealer is GOAT. Absolutely love it. Full coverage. I use it for everything. This is one of my contour shades. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, affordable concealer. Trying to make sure I got everything. L'Oreal Infallible Wear. I ran out. Okay, so that's how much I was using it when I first started, and I just never put it back into my kit. However, their Infallible Wear concealer is amazing, okay? I use it for everything. You could cut a crease with it, highlight, contour with it. You could do everything with it. This Absolute, okay, Cosmetics, this full coverage, high pigment, liquid concealer. This is the only shade that I have in this. This is the only shade that I purchased. This is the lightest shade, the most fair shade. I believe the shade name, they don't have it on here. Oh no, they do. Neutral Linen. Neutral Linen, Absolute New York Cosmetics, okay? You can find this in your hair/beauty supply store. I use this to cut creases. I use this for eyeshadow base and to cut creases. Pigments pop on this concealer. It is very mattifying. It is fast drying. And that's what I use it for. Sometimes I will use it because it is very, very fair. If I have a fair client, I will use this as a highlight on them as well because it's almost white. Okay, it's very fair and it's really, really good. Everything is affordable. Okay. Moving right along. So we went into, we've done foundations, concealers, we've done primers. So let's move right along to, what's next? I would say powders. Powders are next. What do you guys think? I'm gonna say powders. Powders are next. So, I don't even have all my setting powders. I'll be right back, guys. Let me go get my setting powders. If I'm gonna do the video, I gotta do it right. All right, angels. I don't know what's going on with my backdrop right now. It's about to piss me off. I don't know. But moving right along. Don't let the devil stop you. I'm telling you. Anyway. I'm back. So let's get into setting powders. I don't want to rob you guys of a proper video. So now we're going to get into setting powders, which I have quite a few. So when we're talking about setting or baking powder, I'm going to start from the eyes. So what I like to use to set my base for my eyeshadow are transparent powders. White powders in color. Okay, that's what I like. And this is the one that you always see me use. Super affordable. It's the Arcade by Kiss Set and Forget setting powder. It's truly white. Okay, it's in the hair/beauty supply store. Okay, and I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. And it's very fine. It's also a really good setting powder for fair-skinned clients. Okay, it's really, really fine. It blends out really, really well. I don't know, it's right here. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it's affordable. Okay. Also, Arcade by Kiss in the same Set and Forget setting powders. These were the very first ones that I brought. They're really good, okay? I use, I have the shade Earth and a deeper shade. This is called Rich, okay? I use this these are used to bake, okay, my more deeper angels, okay? Some more affordable powders that are pretty good, okay? Good to maybe start off your kit with. Not the best, but decent. The Absolute New York powders, okay? I do like these powders, and these were the very first two that I brought. They are very fine powders. You have Brightening Banana, and then you have Golden Banana. Okay, so this is really bright, and then this is a little bit deeper. And they set on the skin beautifully. You just have to know how to blend. You have to have a really good blending technique. Again, they're very fine powders. I hope you guys can kind of see the color. I don't want it to spill out. And they just seep into the skin really, really well. If you use these powders, you have to use a lot of setting spray, okay? Because you want these to set into the skin, okay? You don't want a flashback. So you have to be careful with these. Sometimes they can give you that, okay? If you don't blend properly. So you're gonna have to have a really good blending technique if you're gonna use those, but they're good. Let me see. Okay. Some more setting powders. Okay. Setting, baking. So setting and baking powder is the same. Okay. The thing is, you have two different types. You have a loose powder and then you have a pressed powder. So for baking, I use loose powders. To set, I always use a pressed powder, right? So to set the face, after I apply the liquid foundation, the liquid highlight, and if I'm using a liquid contour, I don't all the time, sometimes I do, I'm gonna set the face and a pressed powder in the like shades. So I'm going to set the face, the highlighted area in a like shade for that highlight to keep the highlight bright. Sorry, to keep the highlight bright and in place. I'm going to use a lighter or like tone highlighter. And then to set the remaining of the face, I'm going to use a like tone, same as the foundation setting powder. Pressed powder. I hope that makes sense, okay? I do not set the face in loose powders. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I just don't do it, okay? That's not my technique. To bake, I will use a loose powder. I use loose powders to bake. So, my go-to most of the time is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me, okay? Loose powder. I absolutely love this powder. A little goes a long way with this powder. You don't have to leave it on the skin long. And it's just a really great setting powder, okay? I love to bake with it. It just gives me a beautiful definition in my client's face. And then the tones are just gorgeous. So I have all the tones for this. I have the 10, which is the Fairlight. Okay, that's the lightest. All right, and then I have the 40, which is dark, and that's the darkest in this. Oh, you can't really see it. Hold on. I haven't used it because I haven't had a client as deep as this, but that, I hope you guys can see that. That's the deepest. Okay, so I have all colors in this loose finishing powder. And again, I use these to bake the face with. To also bake the face, I don't know, my nose running all of a sudden. I use the Morphe Baking Set Powders. Rich Banana. I absolutely love this. It's very hard to find. It stays sold out most of the time. So Rich Banana, it's absolutely gorgeous. Very fine, melts into the skin beautifully, okay? It does not give a flashback, absolutely gorge. I also have Translucent Rich, which is beautiful and deep. I have used this in one of my tutorials. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I think it's these powders that got me sneezing. Jesus. They're translucent, which is not as white as the RK by Kiss. If you want a true white, a true translucent, a true white powder, use this. Go to a local beauty supply store somewhere, hair store. This is true white. Their translucent is beautiful. It is a beautiful translucent, but it is not true white, okay? And I use that for more so for my fair girls. And then I also have their powder in Banana. Okay, so you can see what that looks like. Now Morphe also has a baking set powder. It's a pink shade. I don't have that shade. I will be getting it. They were sold out when I brought these. And I don't know who or what I would use that for, but I want to get it and I want to try it, right? Because a lot of the girls are now doing that like reverse eyeshadow look, like at the bottom. And I think that would be a perfect powder for a natural beat to give that look. So these powders have me sneezing. Oh my God. Whew. Jesus. Excuse me, y'all. So sorry. Moving right along, I have one more loose powder that I bake with that I want to share with you guys. And this is for my melanated queens. The Sacha Buttercup powder. Okay, this setting powder is everything. It comes in 3 shades. It comes in a shade that's lighter than this. This is the Buttercup, but it comes in a shade that's lighter than this and one shade deeper than this that you can get. This gives you no flashback. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so sorry. I absolutely love this. This is my go-to. Moving right along. Oh my God, I might have to pause. Jesus, come on. Let me get through. The powder in my nose, y'all. And moving right along to pressed powders. Woo! Moving right along to pressed powders. So my pressed powder of choice, this is the very first one that I brought. This is the one that I go to. A very popular pressed powder that I see a lot of makeup artists using. I'm so sorry, guys. These powders are like up in my nose. Is the MAC pressed powders. However, MAC is not affordable. Okay, and y'all know me. Excuse me. Oh my God. Y'all know me and y'all know everything in my kit is affordable. So my pressed powder of choice is the LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Pressed Powder. And this is what that powder looks like. You can find it at your beauty supply. Woo! You can find it at your beauty supply / hair store. Yeah, oh my God, I'm trying to get through this. You could probably find it online, Amazon as well. I have all shades. I'm going to show you their fairest to their deepest. All right, I think I'm ready. Okay, so this is their most fair shade, which is Classic Ivory. And this is their deepest shade, which is Cocoa. And these are the pressed powders that I use. Absolutely love them. They are very fine. The skin, they seep into the skin beautifully when properly blended. Even if you don't properly blend them, just one swipe, the skin just loves these powders. And they're a really good dupe to MAC, okay? Affordable. Okay, another really good pressed powder is the Maybelline Fit Me. Their pressed powder is absolutely amazing, okay? It is affordable and the skin loves it, all right? So before you go get MAC, if you're on a budget or you're building your kit and you don't want to have, you know, all expensive products, these are expensive. These are great products to have in your kit that are affordable. I'm going to talk about a few other powders that I have in my kit that you may want to get. So this particular bronzer, if you know me, you know I live by it, okay? I absolutely love it. This is my style of bronzer. Some people like a matte finish. They don't like the gold specks in their bronzer. However, if you're sitting in my chair, you're going to get some gold specks in your bronzer. That's just, this is what I finish the face with. And it's just it's my kiss. It's my kiss. It's my hand. It lets people know that you've been touched. And the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Bronze It. Okay, I have them in all 3 shades. And I absolutely love it. All right, this bronzer is probably about 15, 16 bucks. And it'll change your life. That's all I'm going to say about that. Another bronzer that I love that is more of a matte finish is the Essence bronzer. I don't have it here, but I do have these in every color. It comes in about 4 colors. And this is a beautiful bronzer. This is a flat bronzer. It does not have a lot of speck in it. This is going to give you a little bit more of that glittery glow. This has it in it, but it's very, very mild. Like none, really. You can't even see it on the skin. Okay, these are very, very luminous. Another bronzer that I have that I absolutely love, and I do have it in 2 shades, is this Glow and Bronze Powder by Kiss New York. This is the deepest one. This is very, very loomy, okay? As you can see, it's gorgeous. A little goes a long way. A little goes a long way with this, all right? And I think that will conclude. Oh, I have a loose highlight. Well, we're not talking about highlighters tonight, so you'll get that in probably the eyeshadow and cheek video. I think that's everything, guys. So I gave you my brushes. Okay, we're going through the kit piece by piece. And today we did face. I hope that this helps you. I hope that I answered a little bit more of some of you guys' questions in depth. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you need links, you want to know where to get stuff online, go ahead and drop it in the comment box. I will gladly reply to you. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Good news for you guys. The cosmetology vlog is about to start back starting tomorrow because guess what? I start my makeup course tomorrow and I will be vlogging the entire 3 weeks of that course. Y'all know I've been waiting on this. So I'm super duper excited about getting my makeup course complete. And then your girl will officially be a certified professional makeup artist, okay? Clap it up for me, boo-boo. Progress, progress, progress. So I'm super excited to get that started tomorrow. I'm probably going to come back up here, make sure I give you guys a video because I will be getting my makeup kit. So I'll be giving you guys a video for my makeup kit, so stay tuned to that. Y'all also know it's Talks with Ty Tuesday, so you'll be getting that tomorrow as well. If you have not hit up my podcast, Talks with Ty, the podcast, I post all my video podcasts here on my channel, Touched by TyHairCo. But head on over to Apple iTunes Podcast or Spotify and go ahead and follow me, Talks with Ty, okay? The podcast. If you haven't, follow me on Instagram or TikTok. Make sure you check me out there at TouchedByTyHairCo. I'm also on Facebook. You can hit me up there too. And yeah, just thank you guys for rocking with me. I appreciate you. Content will continue to roll out. I promise. I said that by the end of this year, I wanted to be more consistent with my content, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Me and my mom's video podcast will be back next week. My mommy and me, KT. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. And check out our video podcast there. You can also, I also upload those on my Talks with Ty podcast on Apple iTunes and Spotify. Yeah, if you need a wig, go on over to TouchedByTyHairCo.com and cop you a wig. I'll be glad to lace your crown. All right, I'm going to clean all this stuff up. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Touched by TyHairCo out. Bye.